And now, our next presenter, leadership speaker and award-winning businesswoman, Pegine.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Who needs coffee when you have me? We're going to be talking all about you today. Say yay. Yay. We're going to be moving and shaking. Say yay. Yay. Those of you that hate this stuff, get over it. I have people that, I've trained tons of military. And most of the guys, they come in and they're like this. I hate this crap. I say, get over it. You went through basic. You went through boot camp. You do what you need to do to be who you need to be. Okay, I hear yay. Yay. Now here's the other thing that I need you to know. This is all about you, your future, your now, your power, your way. Can I hear You know that you've been listening. You've been watching. Everybody's talking. And you go, oh, I couldn't. I wouldn't. Yes, you can. So can I hear, yes, I can. Yes, I can I hear that you are saying to yourself, I am called to lead. You know that you are because they keep on voting you to do that task when you're not in the room. You know that they keep on saying to you, do that. And you go, okay. If it's for them, maybe not for you. Sometimes you're so good at doing it for everybody else, but not for you. Is that correct? Sometimes you're so busy doing that you forget to fall in love with yourself. Ooh, I love me. You know, I love that plus-size young girl model. She doesn't know what's going to happen to her body, and we're going to have to love it exactly as we are. I don't need Kardashian. I'm Pegine. Can we all say that, yay? So today we're going to be talking about you being powerful. I love all my rebels that chose to stay over there. You're either following too many rules, and you need to break those rules and come close. I got some major rebels back there. I see you back there. Just so you know, don't be surprised if I come back to you. We're going to have how do you have a power woman mentality? How do you use your mind so you can be powerful, so you can own the stage, you can own your world, you can own your career. Say, I own it. And by the way, if you think that I'm the only one talking during this, wake up. This is about you. Can I hear yay? Yay. Oh, you saw my song. Let me give what you're going to be doing with me. You see, you each have to have your own jingle, your own commercial, your own sense of self. If I said, for those of you that are old, like me, older, if I said, yum, yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna, does anybody know that commercial? What's the rest of it? I got bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna. If I said, what? If I said, and there's some of you saying, no, they're not, I'm on your side. If I said something about, what's your company's song? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. How many know that? Right? So why do we sing those jingles but not sing our own? So I'm going to teach you your jingle. Is that okay? So I want you to take your hands and I want you to point to yourself. And you're going to go, I've got the power. Now I want you to take your fingers down. I want you to point to the next lady near you. Say, she's got the power. Now you take your finger up here and you're going to go like around this. We've got the power. Now you're going to have a little bit of sass over here. And you're going to go, yes. Then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to snap. Be feisty. Okay, watch. Be feisty. Be focused. Be fearless. Have fun. All right, ready? 1, 2, go. No. It starts from the top. I've got the power. She has the power. We have the power.
Yes. Be feisty. Be focused. Be fearless. Have fun.
Now let me just talk to the people that are virtual. If you think you're getting away with just watching, oh no. You are a power woman. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things. You want to write everybody in the chat right now. I have the power. Now, where's my chat reader? Just raise your hand if you're watching the chat. Okay, I got you. I've got the power. She's got the power. We have the power. Yes. Be feisty. Be focused. Be fearless. Have fun. Now, take that in the chat. Save it. Put it into notes because you're going to use this during the thing, the session. After this, you're just going to cut and paste. So let me tell you something. I'm watching you. You think you're there? And all your little girls that are around you and your little boys, you have them sing this with you. You should all be moving away from your desktop and going, And if you're in the airport because you missed me, you decided to go on an earlier plane, you better be doing this in the airport. Because we need to say, so everybody, 1, 2, men, go. Now, let me tell you something. We are in the diversity conference. I got to tell you, we never do anything like, be feisty, be focused. We're more like, oh, yeah, be feisty, be focused, be fearless, have fun. That's what I expect you to say, yay. This is a let down your hair moment. This is the time for you to say, I am going to lead powerfully. I'm going to take you through what I know about leadership. I've been the president of a direct selling company that I had thousands of sales forces. I've been the director, national sales manager for all men all over the world. Led them. They were scared of me. I've done work with the military and Fortune 500 Fortune 500 countries, Fortune 500 companies, and I run worldwide a women's role-playing situational training exercise, which means I bring professional role players, and you all are prodded, provoked, and pushed until you puke to practice the skills for high-risk, high-value situations. Because we're never taught how to prepare beforehand. We get nervous when we have to go and do something powerfully strong and courageous. And I want you all to own your power. I want you all to know how to do it. And I want you to have the words to describe who you are. Say yes. And I want you to be loud. I love saying be bold, be brave, be seen, be heard, and be paid well. So that's our intention for today. So what are the words you should be using to describe yourself? So the first word is I am, if I could get it, I lost it. I have strength. Now, when we say I have strength, sometimes we say it this way, I have strength. Oh no. I have strength. I have pushed things out of my body that nobody else can. I have done things that nobody can imagine. And I have dealt with things that you would be scared of. How many of you know that? So I have strength. We can say that I persevere. I never give up. How many times have you thought about quitting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, correct? If you've been running your own business 110 times, you keep on thinking, I'm done. And then the next day you wake up, hell no, I'm still here. We've all done that, yay or nay? So you have to say, I have perseverance. You've got to own that you have perseverance. You have to know, I've got grit. Let me tell you something. They show these cowboys going out the west, riding their horse by themselves, and they're out there, and they're supposed to show that they have grit, along the campfire. You know what grit is? When you deal with a bunch of people that are whining to you, and you tell them, I believe in you. Let me smack you on the side of the head. Grit is when you do that to yourself, correct? Grit is when you are so intimidated by somebody, but you still show up and smile. Grit is going to a networking session and trying to find the right person to talk to and know all you want to do is go home. Right? Grit is when you all decided to hell with these high heels. I'm wearing low shoes. Except if you're performing on stage. Grit is what you need to get to the next step. Yay or nay? Say, I've got grit. I have adaptability. Oh, can you all touch yourselves like this? And say, ooh, this is who I am. We are like water. So H2O, you take H2O, you pour it in any kind of vase, and the water takes the shape of the vase. It doesn't change the water. It's just adapting to the situation. You are like H2 water. See, what people forget is women are like water. We go smooth, we could trickle, we could be loud like a rushing thing of water. But we are so strong that we could break through rocks. We are so strong that we could feed nations, fill nations and fill their thirst. We are like women, where we are women, and my men. Actually, for all the men in the house, where are you? One, there's another one of you. Two, there's a 3, 4, 5. Thank you for being here. Now you know what it feels like when we're the only one. Now you know what it's like to be inside the secret realm. It's what we've experienced all the time. So we are like water, we're adaptable. We're going to make ourselves adaptable. You heard from so many women who said, I have asking power. Let me tell you the number one secret that I want you all to do at major conferences. If you're ever at a conference, and especially at your own conference, your company with your CEO talking, and they say, does anybody have questions? Please raise your hand. Now, I know what you're all going to say. Well, I don't have any questions. If I had a question, I would ask, but I don't have a question. I really don't want to step up. You have to be seen, and you have to be heard. Here's the magic question. Raise your hand. You get up, and you go, I can't believe I'm doing this. I hate doing this. I hate doing this. I hate doing this. You get to the microphone, and you say, here's my question. What question does nobody ask you that should be asked of you? And you shut up. What question should I ask you that nobody has ever asked you? And shut up. Because they will tell you things in that answer that they've always wanted to say. So you don't have to know really what you're looking for. The reason you're doing this is you want to be seen doing this. I have a question. You get to the microphone, you plant your feet, you put 1 foot apart, you put your butt in, you stick these out, and you say, what question? My name is Pegine. I'm from the department of blah, 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 blah. Here's my question, sir. What question has no one ever asked you that you wish they would ask you? And give him a few minutes to think about it. And you just stand there. But now you're seen as somebody that is thoughtful. Now you're seen as someone that has courage. Now you're being noticed by the senior leadership. Now they notice that you have courage to show up. You're asking the question, and you get insight. Say yay. You want to make sure that you have tenacity. Never give up on you. That means that just when you feel like, I can't do this, I don't know how to do this, it's not happening for me, it's really, it's so hard. I can't be a mom and take care of my mother, who drives me crazy, and be at work, and be a superstar, and do all that. Yes, you can. There have been queens and goddesses and prophetesses that have had that. have lived that for generations. We're stronger. We're spicier. Don't ever let anybody decide what you can or can't do, and more importantly, don't ever decide for yourself. The worst mistake I ever did, I was sharing somebody, is there any regrets I had? Yes, there was one regret. Montel Williams was my mentor. Montel Williams had got me a TV talk show. I had just moved from New York City to Florida. The kids were 12 and 13, and I was offered a TV show, international talk show, Pegine. A dream of mine. It was in my dream book. But in my head, oh my gosh, I just moved to Florida. The kids, who's gonna help settle the kids? It's my responsibility to take care of them. I'm their mother. But this is my dream. But this is my dream. What's my husband gonna do without me? Seriously, that was the thought in my head. I turned them down. What? I turned them down for reasons that weren't true. My kids were 12 and 13. Did they need me around? They weren't going to be in the house anyway. What I ended up doing for a bunch of years was being the party mom, bring the things to the school. Really? Someone else who didn't have a dream could have done that. I didn't need to do that. I could have had a TV show. Like, wake up, girl. You are destined for something bigger, and you chose to play small. Now, my kids are great. I'm grateful. I'm all about it. I let that go. But if you do want to have a TV show and you want to sponsor it, come to me. I'm ready. The kids are grown. We could do this. But there's tenacity. How are you showing up? And then there's leverage. And leverage is critically important. Who do you know well enough that will help you out? Say, do you know people? Who do you know well enough that's going to help you? Who do you know that wants to give you some money and opportunities? Who do you know that cares about what you're doing? Who do you know that's going to open doors for you? Who do you know? I'll tell you something. In this world, there is somebody that knows somebody. Because look what Miss Dr. Robinson knows. Look who the sponsors are. Look who's paying to support you. Look at the names of ARP, Cisco, Edgar Jones, Target, Women Connect for Good, Fidelity, Lowe's, Toyota, Walgreens, Amazon, Bank of America, Barclays, Massachusetts, Food Lion, Google, Intel, McDonald's, Sodexo, State Steel, the Trade Desk, the Walt Disney Company, B&I, Mellon, Cigna, City of Hope, Dollar General, Gentech, NYU, JB Smith, Toast, ARM, Iron Mountain, Merrick, Hershey, Wealth Manage, the Winter Group, and let me tell you, Miss and Mrs. Sponsor, if your name is not mentioned, you didn't pay enough to have it mentioned. So there you go. And here's number 2. You paid for me there because I do not speak for free in a women's conference. I am paid well to do what I'm supposed to do, and you are paid well to do what you're supposed to do. Thank you, sponsors. Say yay. Yay. You got to own it because, well, that was squeaky. You have to own it because you're worth it. Say yay. Yay. You're in that negotiation with them. You ask until you puke. When you puke, that's the number you're supposed to be asking for. Because you got to break through all your own limitations, your own barriers, your own stuff. So unless you be puking in the garbage before you go into negotiate. Because that's the number to be asking for. You could always negotiate down. You cannot negotiate up. Let me just say that one more time. You could always negotiate down and for benefits, but you cannot negotiate up. So make it a puke number. Can I hear yay? Yay. Say, I'm ready to puke. You just go for it, because if you don't, and here we're going to talk about power mantras, because your power mindset will determine who you are. You've heard that for 3 days. Has that been great or what? Seriously, that's all you got? Was that not great or what? All right, so then I have a question for you. How many heard a woman in the last couple of days that just blew your mind? Awesome. How many of you have walked back and said, wow, that was amazing? How many of women you have seen a woman get an award that deserves it? How many of you sat on your butts and did not give them a standing ovation? If we don't stand up for each other and go, you go girl. Oh, 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 oh. Who else will? If you see a woman in your organization getting an award on stage and all the women in the organization sit down, oh, what will they think of me? I don't like doing that. I don't like noticing myself. I don't like showing up. Hell no, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You go, girl. Uh-huh. Now, some of you are very corporate and you'll never do that in a million years. But you can stand up and go, oh, darling, that's wonderful. Oh, darling, that is just divine. You could all get up and give kudos to women who have done amazing work. Thank you for doing that. Sitting down says, could have done that. Yeah, but you didn't. Sitting down says, what will they think of me if I'm the first one to stand? You know what they'll think of you if you're the first or second one to stand? That's a leader. Because that's what leaders do. We stand and applaud and celebrate. So let's talk about your mindsets. Seriously, what was the assignment? Okay, can you just go back one? Because I can't, but you can. So let's continue with this. Now let me just, as a side note, here's something I want you to know. When you see, I've got the power, she's got the power, we've got the power, when you see that, you're all supposed to jump up and do it loud. When you see that next thing, everybody in the chat is supposed to be chatting this, okay? So I'll let you get away with this. So everybody go, I'm ready. Okay, ready? I have the power. She's got the power. We've got the power. Yes.
Be Christy, be focused, be fearless, have fun.
Absolutely. And in the chat, thank you so much. Every time you see that, you should be, and teaching this to your daughters. So here's what the power mindset. The most important thing we can do is stand in and declare, I am, what's your name? I am Naima. I am powerful. I am magnificent. And you are going to push me and promote me. That's a declaration. You look in the mirror this morning. I look in the mirror. I used to look in the mirror and I would go, and get out of the shower and I'd look and I'd go, it was all negative thought, right? What would I fix? What should I change? And then I went, no, I need to declare my beauty. I go into the bathroom now. Girl, check you out. You are magnificent. You are bodacious. Man, you have fed nations with this. You have this. Has been all the power and the stress that you put into this world. You own this. And check you out. You're moving and grooving. AARP, I'm 114 years old, and you know it. You know? And I start going like this. I go, check that out. Yes, you're divine. I love you. That's what you should be declaring to yourself. That's what you be seeing in the mirror. That's what you need to be telling. You need to declare with power. Say, I'm powerful. How many saw that I had a song when you started? You saw that I had a song, Pegine Power. There's a company called Fiverr, Fiverr. Write your own song. Every one of you should have your own song. You write your own song. You find the guy or the gal to sing it. They'll put the music together and you listen to it. I'm powerful. I got to hear my jingle. Why do I need to listen to some commercial? Make it my commercial. I declare it. Say, I declare it. I own it. It's who I am. Mind space. You had the choice of either doing mind freaking, which is, mind freaking is when you're going to do a presentation or you're going to do a job and what you're doing is like, oh my gosh, I don't really look good. Oh my gosh, this is not going to work out for me. And it's like a wave and you get stuck and you're tumbled like in the ocean. You're tumbling around. But I want you to be like a little kid that then when they're tumbling around the ocean, they're like, I'm drowning. And then they find their foot and they go, ta-da! We have to stop mind freaking and start mind powering. You cannot be on the stage if you don't think you're awesome. You cannot lead if you don't believe in who you are. And some of you lead and you don't believe in who you are, but somebody believes in you. So forget about what you believe. Start telling them, what do you see about me? And start saying that. Own your mind space. It's critically important. Confidence is everything. Take out your phones. This is your free confidence course. Just take it. It's for you. No payment or anything. Just take that and own it. Because if you're not confident, you cannot instill confidence in your team. Let me repeat that. If you're not confident, you can't instill confidence in your team because you don't know what it is. And you want to know what it is. You want to be that. It's really important that you are that. Here are 3 things that are really important about your mind space. One is when you're getting in a bad place, you want to be able to take 17 seconds. In 17 seconds, you could change your thoughts. In 17 seconds, you set up a timer. You're having, I don't feel good. I don't really like how I am. You put the timer for 17 seconds. I'm great. I love my family. I love my world. Look at great. This place is beautiful. How wonderful that I'm here. 17 seconds. Switch. You will change your attitude. You will change your insights. You spend 30 minutes a day really investing in yourself. You have your dream board. Stand in front of the dream board. Say, I'm in love. I'm a vegan. I am healthy. I am great. Ooch, 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 ooch. You fill yourself for 30 minutes with good stuff every single day because if you don't, no one else will. Yay or nay? Yay. That means you might have to get up early. Get over it. It's a better than a facial. 10 minutes a day, you should be looking at your own self-confidence. You walk out of the office, get into your car. If you need to go, that's okay. But then do this. I'm beautiful. They just don't know it yet. You can do that. Take the time, because if you don't, no one else will do it for you. You want to absolutely know your influence. You want to know.
Yes. Be feisty. Be focused. Be fearless. Have fun.
Woo! And those of you that didn't get up, you're not going to join me when I'm 114, because you got to move when you want to be 114. You got to use your power. By the way, how many of you are impressed that I'm doing this in high heels? Because I am. You have to have leverage. Now, here's what's interesting. You all have been sitting in your little tables, but have you met new people? Have you forced yourself? So I want leverage for you to start connecting with people. You got to connect with them. You got to call them up. You got to see yourself. Please remember something. If you are taking portrait pictures, stop doing this. If your photographer tells you to take a picture like this, you say, I am not a man. This is a man's pose from the 1950s and before. Do you want to know why? Men pose like this because then the jingles show. This is a power play. What are we hiding when we do this? Our power. In the military, do you know why they do this? Jingle. Jingle-a, jingle-a, jingle away. What we have to do is do our power poses. Now, power poses can be you put your hand on your hip, you bring your stuff out. They got small little ones. Sorry about this, but I just got to tell the truth. We are full, even if we're little. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is power. This is where touch your hands, touch here. This is what I'm going to show you why. This is where your solar plexus lies. Your solar plexus for a woman is extremely powerful. It's where our intuition is. It's where our confidence lies. And so if we cover it up, we are not allowing our energy to go out. When we show our energy and we're able to walk in a room, there is power in that when you walk with your solar plexus, not with your head up, with your solar plexus. This is energy that says, I command. Have you ever noticed that your mother, when she wanted to let you know that she was there, she was there? Yay or nay? Yay. Make sure that you're that. Do that. If your photographer says, do this, you say, If you're a leader, you're running a team of people, please know a couple of things about your meeting management. Never go into the room when everybody's there. Go there about an hour before, and I want you to walk in, especially if it's a huge negotiation. You want to go in about an hour before, and this is what you want to do, especially if it's all men and it's a high-level negotiation. You want to go into that room, and you want to go, I own this room. This is my room, my place. You also, if you're a senior leader, please take your hand. Everybody touch your hand. Touch the back of a chair, and you're going to swipe each one of those chairs. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Now, you're doing it in private. You're not doing it in front of them. Although I have been known to do that. But you want to swipe them. Swipe the back of the chair. I have to tell you that you are valuable. Yes. So you, you want to know that who you are. You're called to lead. You're called to speak up. You're called to be power. You are called. I am incredibly grateful to be here with you today. I am thankful. This has been a dream to come speak to your conference. Dr. Robinson, I have watched you for years. I know what you have had a vision to love all these women and all the women that are virtual. This is because a woman had a vision, a dream for you. Thank you for allowing all of them to be with you. Thank you. Remember, this is your power. Ready? This is your power.